Dark Souls has been such an important game for the gaming industry that an entire genre was born from it. But if you're a new player, you might be wondering if this... how old is this again? Oh wow. Okay, let's see if this game still holds up in 2026. Now I feel old. So let's begin with the audio. Dark Souls here either blows your eardrums off, or absolutely nothing. Genius move, 10 out of 10, I think I'm deaf now. Next, we talk about the graphics. For all the photorealistic nerds out there, you may be disappointed.
Yes, indeed.
You see, even with all the revisions, it's still a PS3 era game, so nothing fancy to see. What is fancy, however, is the stunning art direction, the places you visit, the bosses, the ambience. It's top notch, 10 out of 10. But now we go to the tough part, the performance. You see, in order to play without any lag, you will need a NASA PC. In fact, it was believed that Dark Souls alone raised the sales of RAM and motherboards back in the day. Really sad to see that my little potato lags with this. But still, it's playable. Or you download a mod that fixes all the lag, because even an internet modder knows more about coding than an employee of $1 million company. The history. Well, Dark Souls is a bit particular in the fact that it doesn't quite tell you its history. You kinda have to look for it yourself, interacting with the NPC in any way you want, reading the weapon descriptions, paying attention to the environment. And as you progress, the little histories start to move on their own. In fact, you will probably miss most of them on your first playthrough, or you use a guide because you're a completionist. Platforms. Dark Souls was ported even in your mama's toaster. Since its release on the PS3 and Xbox consoles, it spread everywhere like a disease. I call this the Skyrim effect. But I digress. Like always, if you want mods, and there are plenty, you should grab it for the PC. There are randomizers, which they will give you infinite playtime, or quality of life mods like the seamless co-op mod. I'll leave you now a little montage of my first ever randomized run. Extra points if you get Manus as the first boss. If that happened to you too, you are not alone. The gameplay. That by far is the best part about this game. The weapons feel heavy, the combat for the most part is slow and methodical, and if you aggro more than 3 enemies at the same time, you will die. It's great. Kudos also about the fact that big enemies are unblockable for the most part. I'll show you what I mean. Really, Dark Souls is a game that everyone should try, but I'm not sugarcoating it. It is old and feels old, especially if you compare it with the more recent Soulsborne games. But even with that, if you don't mind the graphics and the clunkiness, it's a fantastic game with fantastic characters and bosses. As of today, if you wanna get it, you have to grab the remastered version that nobody asked for and only looks slightly better with an increased price, for a 15-year-old game. Or you could, you know, sail the 7 seas. Whatever you choose, this was Johnny, thanks for watching, praise the sun.